Hello. So the purpose of today's, it's the middle of the day now, mentorship call. I'm going to start with these every single week, and the purpose of these calls and the aim of the calls is to feedback to the bigger group what's been discussed from the company as a whole, and also what was discussed on the Monday night business mixer meeting, CGM, that we do every Monday night of the week here in Castleford. So if you don't know me and you're new to the group, my name is Josh Maskill. I'm 26. I'm from Leeds. Been involved in the network marketing now for 2 years, and I've really found something special with Organo Gold, and I'm really excited. I'm fired up about what we're doing as a group and where we're going to take this. So what I'm going to touch on quickly, it's going to be around 20-30 minute call. I'm going to try and fly through the information. There's a couple of key points. If you are new, what I want to stress is the importance of the millionaire mentorship calls. These are key. These are key, and so many people are not plugging into these. These are available on replay on SoundCloud. They can be found. I will post a link. But the purpose of these calls is you're getting mentored by the people who have succeeded already in this business. So to me, that makes perfect sense. I'm going to be honest, put hand on my heart. I was not watching these or plugging into these. I want to do my own thing. But once I started following the guidance on these calls, they just made perfect sense. The last three have been world class. There was 2 from Holton Bugs, the top earning all network marketing, and there's one from Shane Moran, global master distributor for Organo Gold. So one of the co-founders and the people who got this started. So great people to listen to teach from, and just move forward. And I just want to feed back some of the notes that I took from those mentorship calls, and just how important they are. So get a notepad and pen out, and make sure you pass this information onto your team, because this information is vital if you want to move forward. So the message that I got from the mentorship calls, and I've condensed them down into three bits, is the first one for me is it's our time. It's our time to do this, and the key is to be super excited. And the excitement's great. But it's so many people message you upline, message the business partners, telling you how much they're going to blow it up, how much they're going to kill this. But the key is, how are you going to get it done? And what I took from that is we need to move forward now in the next 4 months, building 8 to 12 new legs of business. Okay, so if you're new, that's going to be 8 to 12 new legs. If you've been in a little while now, we're going to look to develop 8 to 12 new legs of business, and that's key. And what they touched on there is developing your own project. And by project, I mean, how many people are you going to put in your group in the next 4 months? Once we started this, we kind of was ahead of the storm here, and we're chucked to figure out a project 2000. And I think we're going to smash that now as a group. We're going to go into the tens of thousands, and that excites me. But what I want you to do is to pick a project which is realistic, and write that down and put that on the group. So what is your project going to be? Is it going to be project 50? Is it going to be project 15? Is it going to be project 15,000? I don't know. But the project that Organo Gold are doing is project 100,000. So that's just showing you the magnitude of that. So what's your project? And what there was big on, and I've got here is, and again, I had this from the very beginning in April when Steve Martin gave me the calendar to plan out your success. And it's basically a monthly view. And I've started filling mine out now. I'm going to get more and more religious with this calendar. But the key with the calendar is you can plan out your success in these, okay? You can plan out your success, and that is so key. And from the calendar, you can plan out, and you need to know this and write this down, is what is your goal per month? How much money do you want to make in that month? Be honest with yourself. How many legs of active business do you have at the minute? So take inventory. You know what I mean? Pick out your superstars. Pick out the people who are willing to work, and let's get to work with these guys, and let's really work with the willing, and let's get to work on that. Because excuse me, what they touched on also was the idea that we do have to show the plan. You hear this again and again. Showing the plan, delivering information, sharing the story. Okay, and what they touched on with the calendar is that if you're full-time or you've got a full-time work ethic, then you need to be doing this 4 times a day. Okay, 4 times a day. If you're Part-time, it needs to be 4 times a week. Okay, so pick the days out in your calendar when you're going to show the plan. It might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Pick out the days where you're willing to show the plan. Okay, you might not be the person who's presenting the information straight away, but your upline, your business partners can help you out by delivering the information. Okay, and what I like about this is definitely doing the home event structure. Okay, the home events, the 2-on-1s, these meetings make money. Okay, follow our simple 4-step system. Plug into the great online platform Dave's created. Massive leverage for your time to get people on that website, learning the information and then applying the information. That's the key. Steve Martin sent me a message a couple of days ago that really hit home for me, and I want to share that with you guys. And it's, some people are studying the roots and others are picking the fruits. It just depends on which end of it you want to be on. Okay, I'd rather be picking the fruits. Okay, we can all study, we can all become professors of MLM and professors of the business, Ganoderma professionals and all this stuff, but we don't need to know that. Okay, and he touched on, for me, it's time now that the leaders start treating this like a business, $1 million business, and stop treating it like a hobby. And that really hit home for me. So ask yourself the question, how are you building the business? Is it the home events? Is it the 2-on-1s? Is it webinars? Is it three-way calls? Get used to these systems, okay? And contact a plugged in upline and get to know these, and ask yourself the question, how effective is what you're doing? How effective is what you're doing? Because if it's not, change it or seek guidance to better yourself at that, okay? Again, personal and group goals for you guys. What is your volume, okay, goal this month? And what are your recruiting goals for November? How many home events are you going to do? How many large calls are you going to do? How many samples are you going to give out? How many people are you going to prospect every day? These are things you need to know. Know your numbers, okay? So that's basically a recap of that. I don't want to go in depth because the information from the mentorship calls are there. They're there. Take 1 hour per week out your schedule to put that in the diary. That to me now is the most important call of the week. I've just got done with David Imonitier's game changer. Okay, game changing information, massive. What I also want to touch on is, I put it in the group, it's the Eric Worre webinar. Okay, the Eric Worre webinar and the importance of that. And I wasn't going to feed that back to the bigger group, but again, Steve Martin emailed me the data, the information, and I'll happily now put it to the bigger group. So the purpose of the Eric Worre webinar, if you've not seen it, was to fill up the calendar with appointments, not to sell. Okay, it was using a text. Okay, using a text on the smartphone, using a text. Okay, we're big on calls, so stick with the system for the calls, but to book appointments, definitely start introducing this as a culture centerpiece and get people comfortable and confident with using this text script. The reason why I like the text script is, number one, it's easy. Number two, it's fast. It's an easy way to generate action, and it definitely creates results. It's a great way to get new prospects confident and comfortable, which is key. But the tactics with this is number one is don't overthink the text. The text is just to get appointments. So the purpose of the text for me would be, what's your schedule like today, 1 o'clock? What are you doing this week? Can we catch up? Something along them lines. Don't overthink the text. But once you give the text and they've confirmed, give them an idea, okay, of what we're meeting for. And the idea is simple. Listen, you're excited. You've got involved with something new. You want to run it past them. Do not overthink this. So text, give a brief idea. If there's objections, that's fine. You don't have to speak. Don't alienate yourself with this business, okay? Still go meet, still grab coffee, still grab lunch, and still have a conversation. I highly, highly recommend that you watch the webinar. Watch the webinar, take good notes, and incorporate that into your system of sending texts. If you want to know any more information of how to incorporate that fully, then get in touch with me, message me, we can have a call and set that up. But what I would recommend is 100 text challenge, sending out 100 texts this week and getting that appointments, getting the diary full, getting the calendars full, because meetings again make good money. So that's that. I don't want to touch too much on that. That is, so make sure you plug into that. Another major push that I'm making is the Star Achiever program. So many people are missing a trick with the Star Achiever program. And the key with the Star Achiever program is you can become Star Achiever without even recruiting. Okay. And if you're serious about this business, you should be Star Achiever on the 1st of the month. 1st of the month, you make the commitment to your business, if you're serious, okay, to place that order for Star Achiever program, something that I'm going to do and continue to do forever, because I'm serious about building a diamond ship. I'm not just saying I'm going to do it. I'm definitely doing the action needed to build a coffee business. So, like I've said, you can become a Star Achiever without necessarily recruiting. If you're following the 4-step system, you need 10 serviceable customers. If those customers are averaging 3 boxes, there's your 450 gone. Because again, so many people saying they want diamond ships, they want sapphire business, emerald, all this. They want to go for the upper tiers of the marketing plan. But if I look at their back office, they're on 53 PV, or they're on 102 personal volume. To me, that's operating on a minimum mindset. You're not going to ever build this on 102 PV. On 55 PV, never going to happen. Never going to happen. Okay, so too many people saying they're going to blow it up and they're going to smash it. I ask them if they've got 10 customers. The answer is no. I ask them how much volume have they put into to generate into the business, and the normally, well, I can see it's normally 53 PV. So let's be consistent with these customers. Okay, I'm not saying move away from recruiting. That's great. We need to more numbers, and what we're doing as a group is just It's astonishing what we're creating, but don't forget the 10 customers. Okay, we must teach people. Holland Bug says it perfect. Can you find 10 people to change their brand of coffee to Organo Gold? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. You can find 10 people from simply sampling the coffee, let them try it. If they like it, they change the brand. Simple as that. So don't stop recruiting. Keep doing what we're doing, but just make sure we've got 10 customers, and be honest with yourself with that. And what I found is the customers as well are the people who say no to the business. So if you sit down for these 2-on-1s at home events and people say no to the business, they're great customers. So ask yourself a question quickly: how many samples are you going to give out in November? How many new distributors are going to get in? Because you need to know your numbers, and we touch on this. So to know how much you're going to order, you need to know, number 1, how much you're personally consuming. Number 2, how much you're willing to sample. Number 3, how much you retail. And number 4, how much you're going to wholesale. If you're bringing new people into the business, you're going to need them to start them right. Okay, start them right. So know your numbers, and let's, if you're serious, let's make sure the 1st of the month we're making a big push for that Star Achiever program. Because again, this hit home for me that some people will say, oh, but I can't afford 450, or 450 is a lot of money. Which, listen, if you've got that mindset, it'll always be a lot of money. But some people think the products cost you money, when in fact, it's the products that make you the money in this business. Okay, the products make you the money in this business. So, are you prepared to win? Customers are everywhere. Customers are people who say no to the business. Customers should be people you do business with, whether it's your hairdresser, your estate agent, your personal trainer, people who you go to the gym with, people like that. They should be your customers all day long. So stay focused on sponsoring and recruiting, but let's make sure that if you're serious with teaching, and we're pushing forward with the Star Achiever program, the 450 volume points, and let's master that Star Achiever program. Just some quick numbers. If you've got 32, this one massive for me, and I told the group this last night. If you have 32 Star Achievers in your business, that's sapphire, not personally brought in your group. If you've got 89 Star Achievers, that's the volume for Ruby. That's the average volume that an average Starbucks franchise brings in. 178 Star Achievers would be the Emerald. That's a business doing $1 million in turnover per year. And if you've got 445 Star Achievers, that's a diamond ship. Okay, #1 lifestyle in the world. So get after that. So right, that's a little feedback from what we've been teaching. And what the main purpose of today's call is to hit home with the social media training. But the purpose of the social media training is to build a large local team using social media. So I don't want this to be the main thing. This is an add-on to Dave's fantastic training, to the 4 steps. So follow what Organo Gold are teaching you and what teaching you. This is a great add-on to develop prospects, okay? I see so many people using social media and doing it wrong. Changing the profile pictures, changing the banner cover photo. I don't like that personally, and I've done it all before, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it works. So what I want to share with you today is my tips on social media training. I've taken this from the best in the industry. This is not my data. I'm a good studier. I just implement stuff, see if it works, and I teach to the group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen quickly so you can see what my PowerPoint on. Bear me 1 second. Here we go. So yes, the purpose of this training, like I said, is to build a large local team using social media. And the purpose of local teams, I've said, is you can definitely duplicate there, and it also makes for retention. I see so many people trying to scatter people all over, which is great. Set little fires all over, but if you're starting, let's build a large local team. Okay, that wants to be the first point of goal. And the aim of this training today is to coach you on the 4 key points to build a massive local team, simple scripts and lines to use, how to close more prospects, and some examples of status updates that have worked for me. Why I would use social media is because everybody's on it, okay? So many people cast big status updates and hope that's going to work, but I use social media as a way to gather business contacts. It's like a free database, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. And there's no excuse for people to say they haven't got a list now, okay? So there's no excuse with this social age, how connected we are as a generation to build a group. But as I've said, most team members are doing it wrong. And what we must do is protect the brand, Organo Gold, and protect the profession, okay? And train your team to do this right. So that's what we're going to work through tonight. So step number 1 is finding prospects, okay? And prospecting local leadership. And the best line that I've used, okay, is this one here. But what I'm going to quickly show you beforehand, I'm going to quickly show you on the Facebook of where to find these people. So if you go onto your Facebook like this, you go onto your profile, you go onto friends, you click find friends, and on there, right, you can see here current location, and this will find people in your area you're not friends with, okay? And you can just start looking at people and prospect people on here. You can see they're in your local area. Just as a great example here, Director FYI Marketing. I don't know the guy. 2 mutual friends. That would look good. You can get my picture, okay? Great stuff. Business Development Officer at the Edge University of Leeds. Mutual friends, you see? So you can start seeing people who would be able to be prospected, and the line that I've used is this. It's, I'm reaching out to you because I'm a professional recruiter for a large gourmet coffee business headquartered out of Canada, and we're expanding in West Yorkshire. I don't message everyone, but you stood out to me and was wondering if you were open to making extra money. Let me know. Simple as that, okay? And then they're going to either want to know more or they're going to leave it be. And it's nice and simple like that, okay? That's the line that I've always used to reach out to people. So the purpose then would be to, before that, sorry, just make sure, I've had a joke with Keith Brook, I know he won't mind me saying this, of just some of the quotes and some of the funny pictures that people would have on the Facebook, and I've been a culprit for that myself. So just remember that. Make sure your profile, excuse me, looks professional. Add a personal touch to the message if you want to. Use names, okay? Use names, and don't get banned. Don't get banned from Facebook. Don't spam people, okay? Keep it professional. Keep it going like that. So step number 2 would be, if they're interested, whenever possible, get them in front. Sorry, whenever possible, get in front of your prospect for a 1-to-1 or a 2-on-1. And a 1-on-1 be, if you're comfortable showing the plan, you just go through the information, whether that's a DVD, whether that's the PowerPoint, whether that's a three-way call, whatever that is, okay, you're just going to go meet them. And a 2-on-1 would be taking your plugged-in sponsor or plugged-in upline to go have the meeting with you. And okay, and that's it. All you're doing there is sharing a story, sharing the information, and letting people make an understanding for themselves. And the key for this is to be on time. And number 2 is have posture. We don't have to beg anybody to do this business. Don't have to drag anyone over the line. We simply show them information, and if they like what they see, they join. So have posture. You want them to understand that through your posture, okay, how you're acting yourself, that you don't care if they join or not. Don't have to be arsy about that, but have posture, okay? You're going to have enough in your pipeline, enough meetings going on, that one person saying no is not going to ruin your day. So what we're going to move on to next is how to close 50% of those who you get in front of. The key for me is to share with your prospect why you're doing this. That's the key. They're going to buy into the vision, your story, and then the opportunity. So keep posture, share the vision of the team and you. And if you want to, you can play video, the ground to the cup, or present the PowerPoint, or call in a plugged-in upline. So that's the key. It's just getting these meetings booked in. The only way to master these is to go out and actually do it. This is just me briefly going over the information that I use and how key this is. And step 3 would be building local momentum. So once you start doing these meetings and you start getting people interested, if you want to have a large team and teach others, you need to start doing home events, okay? And start doing meetings. And don't worry if you don't have to present at these to start with. You can get someone who's experienced at sharing the story and sharing the vision, do that for you. Let the tools work for you. So this is just an example of a status update. If you're looking to get people to an event, whether it be a home event or the Monday night events in West Yorkshire, if you're curious, I was able to go from £5 per hour to 5 figures a month. Come join us for a totally free and fun get together to learn more. Make sure to bring business cards, private message for details. You can nurture that to your own story. So you could be in West Yorkshire, find out how I went and built an extra £500 per month in 2 months. Come join tonight. Just massage that, okay? Put your own spin on that. That's just my story. And that's a status update to get people to see what we're doing. What I want to do now is I've also seen that Organo Gold. We should all make sure we subscribe to eVictory News. And even eVictory News has put a recent post on of 5 ways to use Facebook to boost attendance to home events. And number 1 there would be use Facebook events to invite friends, okay? Create and manage a Facebook group, which we do. Make sure everyone's connected to what we're doing on there. You could share content from Organo Gold's page strategically. And I like this, the key is to mix it up. For every 4 personal posts, do 1 about your business. That might be products, blogs, whatever it is. But rest, keep it personal, keep how excited you are, keep it fun, and create some content of your own. And invite people to like the OG Facebook page. So that's just to show that even corporate are now getting behind the social media trend. So that's key. So yep. So step 4 would be using social media to recognize and keep retention. We have a great Facebook group, and this has created a massive community and culture in that group. Host local trainings and advertise them on social media. People love seeing training, support that more than any other aspect of the company, and keep making sure we're adding people to the secret group and welcoming there and recognizing people on there. So that's just a very, very quick overview. Okay, and if you do to find out about that, Sorry about that. Lost it there. So yeah, we've got that there. I hope that makes sense. And what I did want to quickly touch on, I'm back. I thought I lost you guys then. Yeah, is I'm gonna, if you want to know a little bit more about Facebook training, then I've got a great link that I want to send you where I've got that information from. It is a long one. It's an hour-long training, but implement some of the steps that we've got taught tonight and really start to implement them. Okay, it's learn knowledge, activity knowledge, and let's move forward as a group. I hope you took some value from that. I just want to fly through the information. Don't want to keep you guys for too long. Just wanted to feedback of what we're doing. So I hope you took some value away from that, and I'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.